All right, everybody. Let's start chapter 10. Chapter 10 deals with the endocrine system. So when we start our chapter 10, let's start looking at some background information. So an endocrine gland, these are glands that are going to secrete their products directly into some body stream or into some body fluids. These are showing the major endocrine organs that we have in our body, and these are the ones that we're going to look at in this chapter. Now, what they are secreting is a hormone. And a hormone, these are chemicals released into the blood that regulate specific body functions. Now, what hormones do, so this is trying to show hormones, is that hormones are going to act upon what is known as a target cell. And a target cell is a cell that a hormone exerts its actions upon. So this is showing a target cell in which this hormone binds to a receptor protein that causes some intercellular response, but hormone 2 cannot bind to it because it doesn't have a receptor protein for it. So an example of this would be that, insulin allows our body cells to take in glucose. Every cell in our body is a target cell for insulin, whereas only the thyroid gland is a target cell for thyroid stimulating hormone. All right, and we'll get to that here in a little bit. So let's look at the functions of the endocrine system. 1, it plays a vital role in reproduction, growth, and development. 2, it mobilizes our body's defenses. 3, it maintains water, electrolyte, and nutrient balance in the blood. 4, it regulates cellular metabolism and energy balance. And lastly, it's used in communication. And what I mean by communication here is how organs can communicate with each other. So once food gets to our stomach will secrete hormones letting our small intestine know that food has arrived in the stomach, and so it's letting the small intestine know, hey, be ready for when food gets there. All right? So once the food gets to our small intestine, it releases hormones back to the stomach saying, hey, you can cut out your digestive processes, I now have the food. All right, let's look at control of hormone secretions. Now, with control of hormone secretions, these are all negative feedback mechanisms. All right? So, in a negative feedback mechanism, if you guys remember, is that the product is going to eventually inhibit its own production. So, 3 ways in which this occurs, and I'm not finding the slides that I want here, but one way is what is known as humoral stimuli. So here the glands are going to respond directly to changes in the internal environment. So say you eat something, your blood glucose levels go up, that's sensed by your pancreas, all right, and so your pancreas secretes insulin as a result, which then causes all your body cells to take in that glucose, all right? Another way, and I do have one for this, is neurostimuli. So in neurostimuli, here the nervous system directly stimulates some glands. So once again, if a bear comes in here, right, your nervous system would activate your adrenal glands to secrete adrenaline, norepinephrine, all right? And that would cause your heart rate to go up and breathing to go up and so on, all right? Lastly is hormonal stimuli. So in hormonal stimuli, here endocrine glands are going to release hormones in response to hormones released or produced by other endocrine glands, all right? And this is the main way in which hormones are regulated here, all right? So, in the main way that this occurs is that our hypothalamus causes our anterior pituitary gland to release a hormone that causes some other peripheral endocrine gland to release hormones that act upon a target cell, all right? So this is actually the most common way in which we secrete hormones in our body.